everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today I'm going to bring you a video on making these pretty fairy butterflies. I know I've made them before. This is going to be my last resin video, I think, for a little bit, only because I want to move on to do a couple of other things first, and I just need to take a little bit of a break from resin crafting. But I did want to do these, and I thought, you know what, today I'm going to do a video on these, and then I'll move on from there. But I wanted to try and do these butterfly fairies, a couple of them in the heart molds that Sherry sent me. And so I did do one with this particular butterfly where I doubled it up, and oh my word, you guys, it came out so beautiful. And I wanted to try and do a little bit more. The only thing I just did notice is that this one, I've got two different sized butterflies. Now these other ones, I do not. The butterflies are the same size. And I'm still hoping I can double them up and make them show up real pretty. And, you know, if they don't, they're still my butterfly fairies. They'll still be beautiful. And so I'm using some different butterflies. These here that I have are some that I bought, or that I got actually in Happy Mail, but they're ones that you can get on Temu, and they're really, really pretty. I've got this one and this one that I took from the package. So I'm gonna try those. I have to find out though if they will even fit in my hearts, because they may not. And actually it will if I take off the little tails on the wings, and I'm okay with that, just for these. So, and then this one is one that's a bigger butterfly, and I am going to do just the butterfly fairy with. And actually this is what I wanted to do today. If I get the chance, I would like to show you guys one of these in a heart. I won't do all of the embellishing of the heart, but I will. I already sold the one that's like this one. It doesn't have a fairy in it, but it's very pretty. So I can set these aside. And I also wanted to do one with a monarch butterfly. Somebody reminded me, my friend Deanna did a monarch butterfly, and she had sent me a picture of it, and it reminded me of our Wings of Hope event that I used to do every year when I worked in hospice. I was the volunteer coordinator, and so I had the responsibility of putting together our Wings of Hope event every year. And we invited the families of all of the patients who had passed away in that previous year. And so it was about, you know, thanking them first of all for choosing us, but mostly about the families and you know, the things we learned from the patients that we had in our care, and telling good stories about them and the staff and things that happened, and the good things, you know, the good things that happened and the things that we were able to accomplish while they were on our service. And so it was a great event. But in that event, what I would do is I would order every year monarch butterflies. And so they would come to me frozen, and I would get them the day before, and they would be in a container that kept them frozen until the next day. And the next day we would take them out to this park where we would hold the event. And at a certain point during the ceremony, we would give, each butterfly came in its own little tiny box. And so we would give one box to everybody that was there for the service. And at some point during the ceremony, we would release the butterflies. And we did have one occasion where there was a little girl, I'm going to say she was 10 or 11, and one of the butterflies had landed on her shoulder. And I believe it was her mother told her, oh, that's your grandmother and she's saying goodbye to you, you know, and it was just the most heart-wrenching thing. The little girl smiled so big. She was so happy to hear her mother tell her that. And I just thought, you know, she's got that story for the rest of her life. You know, my grandmother landed on my shoulder, and that was her saying goodbye to me. You know, that sticks with you for your whole life. And so monarch butterflies in particular are one of my favorites. So I just wanted to say that story. It was a great story, and it was a great event that we used to do every year, and I really enjoyed putting it together. So the other thing, I did get some butterflies from my friend Deanna, and these are a little bit smaller, and I'm thinking these might fit in one of these too, and I wanted to see if maybe I wanted to choose one of these sets, whoops, to make one of these out of as well, because they are so pretty. Look at this one. I love, love, love this one. She punched these out for me and sent me a whole bunch of them in different sizes, and I love them. I love this polka dotted, pink and gold polka dotted one. Isn't that pretty? I might do that. I love polka dots. But there's all these different ones. This beautiful green one, and look at that. I mean, they're gorgeous, you guys. And I can't wait to use them all. But oh, there's a pink polka dot. Oh, my word. That's so pretty. Oh, my goodness. That is another choice that I may have to consider. I'm just going to go through these ones. And there's that one, too. That's pretty. Look at that. Oh my word, that is gorgeous. I love this print. Oh my gosh. Let me put that one down, and I'm going to put these back in their bag before I've already got them all messed up. She had them so neatly in there too, but I kind of tore the bag too. That's kind of what I do, I guess. Oh, I dropped them. And they're two-sided. Most of them are two-sided. So that's pretty cool too. So they've got a print on the back side as well. So I'm going to put that aside before I lose them all. And see this one. I just think this is beautiful. And I'm thinking that would make a really pretty one. This is beautiful. And what I could do is I could do these as single butterflies, but I really wanted to double them. Oh, that one's really pretty. I actually really like this one. So I might put this one aside for now. Keep that there. I've got a whole bunch of these fairies that I can add to the other ones later. So I want to do that one. And I want to do that one. And I'll put that butterfly in my little box with my other ones. And this one I want to do, this is just going to be a butterfly. This is not going to be in a heart. So, I want to get started on that one because I think this is going to be really beautiful. And I really couldn't wait to get started on it. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to get started, you guys. I'm just going to go for it on this video and try and not drag it out too far. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to do both sides here, not covering up the middle. Like I always tell you guys, don't cover the middle yet. Even though this is the bottom butterfly and it's going to be flat, I don't like to do the middle because if you do that, you get more curling of the wings because that resin shrinks as it's curing. and the wings will curl up really badly. So I'm going to put that under for 30 seconds, and I'm going to do this one. And I've gotten pretty quick at doing these butterflies, you guys. I wanted to get my videos done if I could today today is Tuesday, and I want these videos to go out this coming weekend. So I try to make at least 2 a week, and then if I make anything else, then I can add something that comes out, you know, during the week. So here's our big girl. Isn't that beautiful? It's a beautiful butterfly. I just found this in the prints that I had on my computer, and I never used this one before, so I'm kind of excited about it. And I'm gonna add some glass glitter to this one instead of my other glitter, because I'm almost out of that. And I just want a little bit of sparkle on this, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glass glitter sort of more towards the edges of this bottom piece. I still have to put resin over the whole thing because it won't look nice and flat if I don't. It won't look right. Gonna go ahead and do both sides. And this bottom one came out pretty flat. It's not perfectly flat, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. I just want them to come out as flat, semi-flat basically, so that the other one sits on top well. And I am covering the middle now. And I'm just going to take my glass glitter and I'm just going to sprinkle along the edges just a little bit. And it's okay if it gets to the inside of this one because it's the bottom piece, and really the whole thing is going to be covered, or the whole center is going to be covered by the top butterfly. So we've got a little bit of glass glitter in there. And we're going to put that under for 30 seconds. If I can get the other one out. There we go. And we're going to add a little bit of glass glitter to the top one. Oh, actually, no. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put our fairy on here. And so I am going to cover the whole thing, and I'm going to hold this one under the lamp bent so that the middle section, this is my bigger one, I think. Doesn't look much bigger. Let's see. No, it's not. This is the big one. And that's what I want to use on this. Okay, so I'm going to lay my fairy right here in the center. And I'm not going to worry about the arms going down quite yet. But I am going to put her under here, and I'm going to bend her just a little bit. And the sides will touch her arms. Okay, here's our bottom one. And I did get a little bit of resin on my fingers. Okay. Okay, so she is on there. Now I'm going to put some resin on our fairy here. And cover her up so that she's becomes one with the butterfly. Just like that. And maybe actually what I should do, add a little bit more resin to the wings. This is going to be a kind of a thick-winged butterfly. I don't usually do these quite this way, you guys. So I'm doing them a little bit different than I usually do. Don't fault me for that. It's going to be okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of glass glitter on these wings. Just on the outer edges. And very quickly I'm going to put her back under the light for 30 seconds. Well, I was looking for something that I know is sitting right here somewhere. Here they are. I went too far to look. Put that on the side there. Okay, so we've got our top butterfly done. And I am going to snip Holly out. 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 Come on. I'll be right out. Okay? I'll be right out. Okay. Just gonna nip. There's a couple of little pieces of glass here that I need to nip. Off the edge here. I don't like to have those sticking up. Okay, that'll work. And then I'm just going to take her and I'm going to set her right on top of the other one. And I'm going to use some resin on the back. And on the top of this one. I'm going to lay this under my lamp and lay this one on top and let it start to cure. And then I'm going to check it real quick to make sure it's on there the way I want it. And she is. And I'm going to go ahead and put her under for 60 seconds and let her finish. Don't need any more glass glitter. that is it for that. But I was thinking, if I can get this to open up. I usually don't have any trouble with these, but of course while I'm doing a video I will have trouble. These are so pretty. These are some goodies that Robin sent me, and they're so gorgeous. And there's rhinestones and flowers and all kinds of pretty stuff in here that I thought I might use to embellish her a little bit. So those are kind of big, those ones there, but let's see. I think I'll put these flowers are so tiny, they work perfectly on these. Just going to kind of set those side by side. And if I can grab hold of a couple of these rhinestones, put a couple of those in there. Oh, there's a little pearl. Pearl will be pretty. We'll put that one right there. And that looks very pretty. I'm not going to do a whole lot to this. I just want to add a little bit of embellishments to her. And I think I like that, just like that. She looks very pretty. And I'm going to pop her back under the light for 30 seconds. I'm going to put those back in their container before I end up dropping them or losing them. I don't want to lose them. There we go. Ooh, those flowers would be pretty on this one too. And I'm going to see if I want to do this, but I'm going to pull off one of my beautiful, beautiful rhinestone dangles here and see what this looks like, or if it might be too big. I don't want to do it, but we're gonna see. So I have one of my gorgeous rhinestone dangles here, and I'm thinking, oh my word, it definitely looks beautiful on her. So we're gonna pop her backwards a little bit. We're gonna pop a little bit of hot glue right here, and I'm gonna glue it right to the butterfly. Make sure that it's hanging straight. And I think we're good right there. And then I'm going to add resin all around the edge of this, right up here. Just like that. And put it under the light. And that's really all there is to that. And then, last but not least, I've got these amazing filigrees that I got from Robin. She sent me some, you guys. They're so beautiful. Look at that. And I know I set them right down here. this morning. Or maybe I put them in my box. I don't know. What did I do? Here they are. I have that. So, very quickly, I mean, you guys are seeing how fast we're doing this butterfly fairy, right? I mean, she is going triple speed. I'm gonna use my round plier here. I'm gonna enlarge these holes on the filigree to where this ball chain will go through, and voila, we got it through. And I actually used the top holes on this filigree this time. I wanted to do that in case it worked, and it actually did. I may not have gotten this side big enough. So just press a little harder. And that should do it. There we go. Look how easy that is, you guys. And it just kind of makes everything fit beautifully. I just want to get a couple more balls through this side. It doesn't really matter right now, but okay. And I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to clasp this. And we're going to add this to the back of the butterfly. So it's going to go the fancy side up. We're going to find a spot where it needs to go, and then I'm also going to slightly bend it so that it lays on the back of the butterfly nicely. So you can just turn your butterfly over like this and just sort of gently bend it so that it goes with the direction of the wings, because the wings kind of do go like that a little bit. And I'm going to do like I've done before. I'm going to put a little bit of glue first. And pop that on there. Making sure it's centered the way I want it. There we go. Look at that. And then we're going to resin this to the butterfly. And I think I'm going to start the resining process on this one wing at a time, because it's just such a small space and I don't want the resin to run while I'm trying to resin the other side. I only have to put it on for a few seconds, and then I can put the resin on the other side. Just like that. And then put the whole thing under there and let it finish curing. And I'm going to go 60 seconds on that. And in the meantime, let's try and see what we can do here. So I'm going to put some resin in one of these hearts. We're just going to go with the center one here. Won't be long and I'll be running out of resin again soon. Another reason to not really do anything for a little bit. I think I still have one more bottle, the big bottle of resin. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this butterfly. You know what? No, we're not going to do this one right now. We're going to do this one. I want to do this one first because I happen to know this one works perfectly. And I think I'm going to glue these two butterflies together. just like that, right in the center. Because I've got the fairy that I need to put on here this time too. So I need to make sure that I've got everything on there and ready to go when I put it in the resin. It's not going to be done one piece at a time. And there's our fairy. And then I think I didn't cut, I made her hand wrong. I didn't cut everything off that I should have on this hand. It's a bit longer than the other one. So I think we're going to just slightly try to bend those arms up. Yeah, her hand's fatter on this side too. I don't know what I did. That's okay. I can fix it. As long as it's not skinnier. There we go. Okay. That looks more proportionate. I'm going to put her arms up just a tad like that, and I'm just kind of bending the paper up. Because remember, these are just printed on some, this is a lighter weight cardstock that I used for these. I'm just trying to get it in place so that I can maybe just dot it with a little bit of glue. You know what? I don't even need to do that because it's not, well, you know, I do feel like I want to have those in a certain spot. So, yeah, we're going to put our little dot of glue on there and touch it down. Just like that. And a little dot of glue, like barely even a dot. Get that piece off. And touch it down. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so that's what she looks like. That's what my butterfly looks like. And that's how far apart. I don't have the wings super far apart, you guys. But I do have to put this in there with this first layer wet. I can't wait and harden that first layer because these butterfly wings need all the space they can get in order to maintain their 3D look. So I need to make sure that I just kind of get it in there. And I'm going to use my tweezers here to make sure those layers aren't stuck together. Okay. I think that's good. And then we're just going to go ahead and squeeze more resin in there. And on my other one, I did not do a background color or anything because I felt like the wings were pink. They added that color in there, and I didn't feel like I really needed any white or anything to... oh, wait. You know what? Maybe I did. Maybe this was the one I added white to. I think I might have added the white... I think I did a white piece of felt on the back of it, if I'm correct. I haven't sent it out yet. I still have it, but it's put away. Or actually, maybe it's not. It might be right here. It is. This is it. This is the one that I did without the fairy. And yes, I have sold it. And she's going to her new home. But I did have her still sitting here because I was doing some packaging and stuff like that and comparisons. And since she's going away, I had to make sure I had a vivid picture of her in my mind. And there's some bubbles in here, so I'm definitely going to... That torch is out of fluid. I'm gonna use my torch and warm up the resin just a little bit so that those bubbles can rise to the top if there are some in there. And make sure the fairy legs are down in there. Okay, and then I'll probably have to add one more layer of resin to the back of this, which is fine. But I'm going to get this started curing right away. Oops. I've still got her in the lamp, so let me get this under the lamp. She's crooked. There we go. Okay, so here we go. In a flash, we created this butterfly with all these beautiful trims and everything on it. And I'm going to say we created this butterfly in probably about 15 minutes or less. So look at how gorgeous that is. Let me grab, well, we'll just use this piece of felt here since it's sitting here. I know it's got cutouts in it and all that good stuff, but you guys can see it real well if it's on that felt. So there we have it. Sparkle and shine and all that bling bling. I don't think she needs anything more. Let's see, I don't know if I have any of my... I have some really tiny stuff that I bought. But of course, the stuff that I bought, I kind of put aside and... I don't know what I did with it. There's... I don't want those. No. Nope, nope. No, I think I'm just going to leave her at this. I think she's plenty embellished enough. So I think she turned out beautiful, you guys. I hope you do too, and I hope you liked this quick presentation on how I made her. I just wanted to get her done. I loved that butterfly so much, and I thought, oh, I've got to make one. Okay, I'm going to flip her over, and I am going to put her on the underbelly side so that she can cure on the underneath part. And I'll be right back, you guys. Go on, Holly. Not right now. I'm coming. I'm coming in a minute. No, you stay out. Hi, guys. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and put this one in resin as well. But here is the first one that I did, and you can see the double butterfly. It looks really good. Hold on.